Social housing includes any home in which the landlord is a housing association. In most cases, this is the local council and is known as council housing. The key difference between private and social housing is that the aim is to make it affordable and to provide secure tenancy to allow residents to have a long-term home. This allows them to secure employment, raise a family, or put down roots. Social homes are designed to be affordable as rent is based on local incomes in the area, and rent increases are controlled by the government. This means individuals aren't priced out of their homes and communities. Nationally, there is a housing emergency with thousands of people stuck living without a permanent home or without the help to get one. There are over 1 million households on social housing waiting lists in England alone, and there is such a shortage of social homes that it means there aren't enough people who urgently need them, such as those living on the streets or those unable to get on the property ladder. The UK government aims to meet the high demand by constructing over 300,000 homes a year. As well as a need to meet the increasingly high demand for housing, there is a need for this social housing to be environmentally just. The UK's recent commitment to zero net emissions by 2050 and the fact the planet is already rapidly closing in on the Paris Agreement's 1.5 degree maximum temperature increase shows there is a need for a transformative change in how the challenges of housing our population are tackled. Transformative change requires a complete restructuring of the systems we have in place to house our population. Norwich City Council's Goldsmith Street housing project is a leading example of how transformative change can be used to achieve both social and environmental goals whilst being economically viable. It is important for a project like this to stand as the 3 pillars towards sustainable development. The project is based in West Norwich and was managed and planned at a local level by Norwich City Council. The project constructed just over 100 homes made of 7 terrace blocks. The project made national headlines for its architecture and sustainability awards.
The announcement of Building of the Year, the Sterling Prize. Last year, the award went to the Bloomberg Building, a huge office development in London that cost more than £1 billion. This year, the bookies' favourite is very different, a small estate of council houses in Norwich. It's the first time a council house has made it to the shortlist, and as David Silito has been finding out, it's not just the rents that make them affordable.
The building plans were designed for the houses to fit in with the Dutch architecture that's common around the city, whilst having sustainability built in. It included the use of wall insulation, triple glazing, the use of sustainable materials, and a non-car-centered design, as well as the use of a passive house system. The passive house system aims to minimize energy use by optimizing the use of sunlight in the design. The angles of the roofing allows the winter sun to shine into the lower windows of the houses, causing warming during cold periods, whilst the panels above the windows and doors allow for shading from the summer sun. By combining this passive house system with high standards of insulation and removing letterboxes from doors, it means the need for central heating is minimized, with one tenant claiming they only turn the heating on a few times a year. The houses are not only meant to be sustainable but to meet some social requirements too. For example, they were designed so every house has a back garden and between the backs of the houses are gimbals. This is a shared space in which children and families can play together to build a sense of community. Furthermore, the distinctive modern design of the homes led to benefits such as tenants claiming, although they were renting, they felt like their homes, because they were designed in a way to look good as well as be functional. Interviews by Norwich City Council found that the tenants said they invest more time and money in maintaining the properties to keep them nice, as they are fond of the buildings, in addition to the fact they may have the opportunity to purchase them in the future. Another added benefit could be reducing the stigma of living in a council house, because the modern design has meant some residents said they don't feel or look like a council house. The plans for Goldsmith Street project were chosen by selecting a winner from an international competition where over 105 designs were pitched from companies across the world. The winner was selected based on its contemporary design of a house that fits in with the local architecture. By allowing local councils the authority to carry out such housing projects, it shows that housing needs are met and expectations in quality and environmental impacts are exceeded.
One of the big lessons is local authorities can do it. If you give them the freedoms and flexibilities to do it, they will actually deliver. And if government wanted to deliver 300,000 homes a year, local authorities have got to be a key part of that development.
It is a transformative change to change the way housing needs are met by allowing more decision making at a local level. By allowing the local authorities to carry out projects, it may be possible to create socially just housing that is sustainable and environmentally just whilst meeting the needs and demand for housing at a national level.